we're gonna play one more time for the semester. Maybe not like ever, but one more time for the semester. We're gonna play America's favorite game, besides the Minion dating game.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a while ago in the show's history.
Oh, I forgot about that song I made for it too, the Kissy.
Yeah, it's a great song. It's beautiful, really.
Good stuff.
We're gonna be playing the Conspira3 game one more time, and this is it, people. Play that intro for us.
We were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
It's time to play the Conspira3 Game.
I love conspiracy theories.
Here on the Josiah Show.
From outer space, from another planet.
Thank you, Mr. President Reagan Claus. All right, now we are going to be going to the show again today, the Conspira3 game.
Hit it.
The third time, actually. Well, we already hit it, so unfortunately we can't do it again. But,
No, hit the game.
oh, hit the game. All
You know
right.
what? I like that this is just a one-on-one. I got a feeling, Josiah, you're gonna win this time. You're gonna get them all
I'm not gonna
correct.
Well, I appreciate the good thoughts, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. All right, so you know how this game works, people. He's gonna name 3 conspiracy theories. One he made up. One is confirmed to. So it's not even conspiracy theory. It's confirmed.
Yeah, it
And
was
one,
a conspiracy theory that turned out to be true.
And one is just an actual conspiracy theory. So
Just normal, unconfirmed.
so without further ado, let's
All right.
hit us up with those conspiracy theories.
All right, Josiah. You know what? I do have a good feeling with this one, man, because I think this is my easiest so far, but we'll see, dude. We'll see.
I'm gonna take your word for that.
All right, the first one we're going to open up with is I like to call they got the dang mixtapes.
Like, all right, well, I'm interested.
And again, we're going back to the good old FBI. You know how they like
Yeah.
to roll. All right,
Good
so
friends
this
of the show.
well, we don't know.
Yeah.
This theory posits that in the 1980s, the FBI played an indirect but deliberate role in the growth of the music pirate industry. Like underneath the veil of you know, this is when it was starting to boom, starting to get going here, even before the internet. And they say that the FBI did that on purpose. They let it kind of happen. They could have done way more to stomp it out. And they say they did this because they wanted to I can't read that word. They wanted to essentially infiltrate counterculture groups and understand what they're kind of writing about, what they're kind of doing, and then also they wanted to affect music as well as affect media that was going on in the counterculture, because a lot of the counterculture movements would pirate music. They would do it illegally. They would, stick it to the man and not go the normal route of like publishing and all that. So basically, it says that while the FBI publicly cracked down on piracy as a form of intellectual property theft, the theory suggests that the agency secretly allowed and even encouraged the underground spread of pirated music. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I want to go over any other details. Yeah. So in the 1980s, there's a practice called home taping, which was kind of like a pseudo, like the first kind of piracy going on with like records and stuff, where people would put different songs onto different records. And they said the FBI, along with the record labels, heavily publicized the dangers of home taping as a form of intellectual property theft. But behind the scenes, the agency allegedly took a hands-off approach to the widespread distribution of pirated tapes. This was a calculated move to encourage the flow of pirated music among specific populations, especially those who are seen as politically engaged or anti-establishment. So there's the first one. Those are just a few details on the first one, Josiah. Any thoughts about that? Do you think that one turned out to be true? Is it fake? What do you think?
Well, I've never really. I'll put it this way. I feel like I'm already kind of sure when you just say them, but this time I'm not. So I'll say what I'm leaning towards.
Okay.
I feel like I'm leaning towards it's fake because I'm not saying completely it didn't happen, but I've never heard of music piracy before the internet. So I'm kind of leaning towards it's fake, but I couldn't say for sure. It could be a real conspiracy theory too. I don't think it's
Okay.
a real one, but
So you think I made that up?
if I had to guess right now, yeah.
Okay, all right. Early thoughts.
Yeah.
Let's get into the other two here. Here we go. The second one, dude. I like to call this one. They got vampires.
They got
Let's peep this out.
Let's peep this out.
Let's
All
peep
right.
this out. Let's
peep
peep
this
this
out.
out. All right.
We need a let's peep this out sound effect on a hotkey, but all right.
This is the CIA vampire attack theory.
Oh,
Okay.
all right.
Crazy name right there. Essentially, this theory posits that back in when was Vietnam?
Like the 60s?
Back in the 60s, around that time, there was a Filipino insurgency kind of going on, communist insurgency. And basically it says that the CIA faked a vampire attack on these insurgents. Now, the specifics of this is with the Filipino culture, they don't believe in like vampires, like Western kind of vampires. They believe in something called the Aswang. Aswang? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Probably not. But they have their own kind of version of the vampire. And basically, this theory says that the CIA leveraged this folklore to sow terror amongst these insurgents. And basically, they took bodies that they would kill of these insurgents. They would drain them of their blood and then throw them back out into the woods where these guerrilla fighters were for them to find to kind of like psychologically attack them. Okay? That's kind of the gist of it. And basically the implications of this is, it's kind of morally ambiguous. That's kind of like terror. But that's like the CIA, dude. That's they be doing some crazy stuff. But then also like just the secrecy and all that. It's crazy. All right. So that's the second one, dude. What do you think of that one, Josiah?
I feel like I don't know. I feel like that one like it's hard because I could see it in any of them. I could see that one being fake, or it being a real theory, or it being something that actually happened. You know what? I'm gonna say for now. At first, I was gonna say I think it's just fake because vampires aren't like. How could you trick a reasonable person into believing a vampire is real?
Yeah.
But when you kind of talked about like how they did it, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's like a real theory,
Yeah, because if I made this up, I would have to make up all those details.
Yeah.
Well, not necessarily, but I could have, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah. So
What do you think?
at the moment, I'm kind of thinking that. I think it's at the moment. I think it might be real.
That's the real one? You think that turned out to be true?
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I'm thinking
Okay.
out of those options.
All right. Last one here, dude. Last one. This is the Antarctic Nazi base. We were talking about this earlier, except instead of Nazis, it was Santa, dude. Which means the Nazis probably found Santa, if this is true.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Okay. This theory states that the Nazis supposedly established a secret base in Antarctica during World War II where they developed advanced technologies, possibly UFOs, during and after World War II, right? And so this theory is weird. They specifically point to Operation High Jump, which was like this Antarctic operation after World War II that the United States took part in, where they essentially like sent an entire navy and like whole invasion force up to Antarctica, supposedly to train for Arctic warfare in case we went to war with the Soviets. But people essentially say that was actually to wipe out these bases, and that they were covert bases that they actually went up there to finish off. So, Antarctic Nazi base.
I mean,
What do you think about that one, Josiah?
Well, okay. So by process of elimination, assuming that, like, what I said before was right, the first theory was the fake one.
Yeah.
The second one I said was,
Mixtapes.
yeah, that really
You
happened.
thought I made that up, and then you said the vampire attack really happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that this is a conspiracy.
It's just
I'll
a
be honest.
conspiracy
I
theory.
think I've done this every time, and every time I've never got a majority right. But I at the moment, I think that I'm gonna follow the pattern because I can. It makes sense because it fits in line with what Nazis did before. You know, looking for the Holy Grail, looking for the lost. Well, you know, in Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
And that the United States would go up to the Arctic to take the bases out. I think all that. I'm not saying it did necessarily happen. I could see it all happening. So I gotta be honest. At the moment, maybe I'll change my mind. But at the moment, I think that's that's a real conspiracy theory,
So you think it's a conspiracy theory, but it didn't turn out to be true.
or that we couldn't prove it was true.
Yeah.
you
Okay.
know?
So just a normal conspiracy. So those are your answers. You locked them in.
Let me think about
You
this.
got the mixtapes that the FBI
While
were
we do
getting
this,
into.
hold on. Let me just play. I need to play some.
Jeopardy. Yeah.
I
you
need
gotta
to
think.
play some thinking
You gotta
music
think
here.
through
yeah.
this, Josiah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Is it even playing?
Yeah. Yeah. You can hear it.
Let me think. I mean,
Just
to
saying.
me, it
What's
makes
going
sense.
through your head? You got the mixtapes, the FBI dealing with piracy and affecting media. You got the CIA in the Philippines going after the communist insurgents with vampires, and then you got the Nazi Antarctic bases. What do you think? Which one's real? Or which one was a conspiracy theory that turned out to be real? Which one did I just make up? And which one is just a normal theory? Unproven. What do you think, Joseph?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna wait for the music to run out, but I think I got my answers.
Wow, okay. Are you locking in?
I'm locking in. I think.
Oh,
I
okay,
think-
okay.
I could be. I'm probably wrong about all of them, but I'm just saying.
All right. Well, let's get a drum roll here, dude.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I gotta pull all these up. You know, it's not easy. I don't know how to spell these things half the time. But all right, let's get a drum roll going
All
to
right,
see.
Josiah, drum roll here. Josiah, you are completely correct.
Yo!
You
yes,
destroyed it.
let's
Josiah,
go.
you
All right,
destroyed
let's
it.
go.
You
Finally.
completely
Finally.
defeated me.
Finally.
All three correct,
Yo,
dude.
Let's go. All right.
The FBI's role in piracy, I completely made up.
all
You're
right, yeah.
completely right. And you know what? Your instinct was good on that. There was no real piracy, like crazy piracy before, like LimeWire
Oh, yeah.
and the internet.
Well, except for like real piracy.
Well, yeah, but not there were no pirates in the 80s.
Yeah. Okay. You're, never
Reagan's
mind.
like, we got to get these pirates out of our
Well,
seas.
there are pirates.
Well,
There are Sasquatches.
they're in Hawaii. I saw them.
And there are devils coming into this country.
The vampire attack CIA was real.
Damn,
They did that stuff.
If you didn't specify how they did it, I would have just guessed that was the fake one.
See, I got to give details on all of them. That's kind of the whole.
Yeah, I wish
thing. I
Mikey.
feel like that'd be unfair.
I hope Mikey's listening to this right now.
No, he's probably not, but we'll
Yeah.
probably do it with him off air.
Yeah, we'll see what he thinks.
And then the Antarctic Nazi base, that's just speculation. Operation High Jump did happen, but it's all just
Yeah.
speculation. So, Josiah, you are the first winner on the show.
I feel so. This is better than the first time I had sex. You know,
I
this is like-
knew you were going to get it. You didn't believe.
Yeah, I didn't think so, but all right. I'm
Josiah.
glad. I'm glad I had the drum roll pulled up for that. Well, there
This
we
is
go. You
crazy.
know,
I can't wait to see the clip online of
Yeah.
this.
I can't wait to show my mom and
You
see
gotta
how proud
like
she'll
put a
be.
thumbnail that's like just a bunch of people clapping and crying and
You know what?
laughing and
We'll
farting.
I'll do that. And farting. I think you had me up until the last one, but okay. I will just for that. I'm gonna find that
Out
one
of
now.
sheer joy.
Yes, I will find that one. But shout out to the Conspira3 game. Definitely not the last time we're gonna play it. We'll play it again. I mean, now I'm thinking of retiring like the champion, but now we'll play it again at some
No,
point.
you're gonna Mike Tyson it. You're gonna come back and fight
Yeah.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back and get my ass beat in front of
And
100
you're gonna
million
show
people.
your ass too.
I'm gonna show my ass too. Yeah.
I'm looking for a vicious victory.